Well. Welcome to the Confidence Igniter podcast, the podcast that was designed to take you from basic to brilliant. And I am your host. My name is Tamiko Green. Well, I am excited about today's episode, and I hope you are too. Tonight's episode is Time Out. Yes, Time Out. You know, the thing that we put children in when they're acting up or when they're not doing, I guess, the right thing, or they just too busy. So we say, you know what? I'm going to put you in timeout. But here's the interesting thing. Not only do we put children in timeout, but when you think of like your different sports team, the basketball, football, baseball, and other teams, they actually have timeout. So why is that? Because when you think about it, when you put a child in timeout, what happens? It gives them an opportunity to regroup and to calm down and to get themselves together. And when sports teams go take time out, it gives them an opportunity to strategize, to regroup, to come up with a plan, and also to stop the clock. However, because we really do not control time, that's an illusion of stopping the clock, right? Because we cannot technically stop the clock, but we can take time out. And I think a lot of times because the world is so busy, doing, either you're working or you doing something for someone, or hopefully you're taking time out to do something for yourself. But there's so much going on in the world, not just today, but just period. There's just a lot going on. And people tend to be a little bit more busier than perhaps in the past. And when I say the past, I'm talking about maybe in the 80s or maybe early 90s. But it seemed like when 2000s came, people became really, really busy. And sometimes we become so busy that we just moving on autopilot. I mean, no real thought to what we're doing because we done it so much to it's just like go here, move there, do this. And before you know it, you're so stressed out. The body is tired. Your mind is tired. You really can't think straight. So I suggest to you today to take time out. Take time out and think about your life. Think about choices you're making. Think about where you really want to go in life. Like if you were to look at 12 months from now, where would you like to be in 12 months? Yes, a year. What would you like to be? What would you like to be doing? How do you see yourself? See, that will require you to take time out and strategize. Because to say, if you were to say, well, by next year, I want to lose a lot of weight. Well, a lot of weight, give it a number. Because when you don't be definite about what it is that you desire to do, 12 months will go past, you won't get it done in most cases. Now you might, but in most cases, you don't get it done. But it still requires you to take time out though, because you got to take time out to write out a plan. How are you going to get to, if it's weight loss that you're looking to do, wherever you are at currently, what steps are you going to take? How are you going to manage your diet? How are you going to manage your exercise? What are you going to do? But if you're always busy and you just running, how would you get it done? Maybe weight loss is not something that you're looking to do. Perhaps maybe you want to write a book, but because you're so busy, and maybe your 9 to 5 is what pay your bills. And by the time you get done with 9 to 5, you're really tired. And yes, I do understand that. So I'm not going to sit here and tell you, oh, well, you can do it. You can do it. Well, you can, but I'm not going to say you're not tired. Okay. Because I work a 9 to 5 and yes, sometimes it's a challenge, but I remind myself I will never get to where it is that I want to go if I don't take time out and be consistent. And if you're writing a book, maybe you can't spend 8 hours during the week I'm writing the book, but perhaps maybe on a Saturday or a Sunday. And I know you can be really busy on a Saturday and Sunday, some of us anyway, but maybe you could set aside an hour. Maybe during the week, you could set aside 30 minutes, but taking the time out just to step back from the rat race, from the hustle and the bustle, just taking that time out to do something that you really want to do. And maybe that what you really want to do is just to sit still. And that's good, just to rest. I know over this weekend, all I really wanted to do was read a book. That was it. Because my life is so busy, just like the rest of the world, probably. All I wanted to do was read. That's it. I was like, if I could just read a book. And I literally had to say, you know what? Stop. Just stop. Take the time out. And even if you cannot read the entire book, if you read a chapter or two chapters, but just do it, because you can always find things to keep you busy. You can always find something to do. But in order to really get to where it is that you really want to go in life, or do some of the things that you really want to do in life, it's going to require you to take time out, strategize, reset, regroup in order for you to get there. I know and some of you might be saying, you know what? It's easy for you to say, because I had to work 2 jobs and I got to, take care of a family, and I have to do this and I have to do that. And let me tell you something, for those of you single mothers or single fathers out there, I do understand. I do. I was once there. Okay. Like I said, I have children. And I got divorced. And so I had to raise them by myself. And you're right, that's a challenge. But I still had to take time out, because when you don't take time out, once again, you're just operating on autopilot. And that's how we can end up making a lot of unnecessary mistakes in life, because we haven't given our mind an opportunity to reset, because we're just going, 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 going. And at some point, your body will say, you know what? I'm tired now. I need time out. Time out is good. Now maybe if you putting your child in timeout, the child might not see it as good. They might be like, "What are you doing? Time out? No, put me back in." Right? But as an adult and even a teenager, I would just say people in general, time out can be that moment that you take time out to breathe. Take time out to listen to yourself breathing. Take time out just to look at yourself and be like, man, I'm doing it. Congratulate yourself, but spend some time with yourself. That's what time out can be about. But once again, time out can be about whatever it is that you want to do at that time that you take time out. But to be able to reset yourself, that's powerful. That's powerful, because once again, going through our day to day, every day is something different. There's a challenge. If you don't work at home, you have to go into the office. Just to drive to work can be a challenge, because you're out there with everyone else. You on either on an expressway or you on a through street. It can be a challenge, because not only do you have to drive for yourself, you really also have to drive for others. You got to make sure someone ain't coming over on you, or you going over on someone else, or you making sure that you don't run through the light. It's just so many things that you have to go through. By the time you get to work, you could be stressed out just from the drive alone. So if you can get to work a little bit earlier and just be able to sit there and relax for a few minutes before you start your day. Because depending on what you do, you'll probably be working the whole entire time until you take a moment out to take lunch. And for some people, they don't even have an opportunity to take lunch because they are so busy. So if you can just take a moment when you come home in the evening, or just before you really get your day started, and just take a moment out for you. Take a moment out to plan your day. So if you're taking that time out in the morning when you first wake up, think about it. If you can plan your day out. Now, don't get me wrong. Your whole entire day may not go the way you planned it, but at least it's a start. It's a start, because you started the day out with taking time out for yourself, right? So then when you get out there into the world, you're like, okay, I can do this, because you've already prepped yourself. You motivate, you inspired yourself, you let yourself know, you know what? This is a great day. Today is going to be a great day, because however you start your morning, that's normally how your day go. If you get up in the morning and you be like, man, I'm so tired. I don't want to go to work. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do that. Check how your day goes. And that's why I say, take some time out. Take it out in the morning. So that way you can command your day. You can decide how your day will go. And once again, someone listening to this may say, you know what, you can't decide how your day goes. Yeah, you can. Now, I'm not saying everything that you say that's going to happen is going to happen, but guess what? A great deal of it probably will. But it's better than getting up in the morning and just say, you know what, any way the wind blow is cool with me. It shouldn't be cool with you. It shouldn't. Because when you take control of your day, the day does go by a little bit better. But when you don't take control of your day, you're right. Any way the wind blow, you be blowing with it. And you might not like the way the wind is blowing, but you chose that option. But you could choose another option. You could take time out in the morning. And somebody might say, wait a minute, why do I need to take time out in the morning? I've been asleep all night long. Yeah, you probably tossed and turned in your sleep for everything that you had to do for that next day. So you probably didn't get a good night's sleep like you probably wanted to. But even if you did get a good night's sleep, just to have that moment of silence when you get up, just to be able to just think about how you want your day to go, just to be able to command your day and see and know that you might have some challenges, but be prepared. You good. You got it. Take that time out. Take some me time out. And even if you say, well, you know what, I can't really do it in the morning. Okay, that's fine. But can you do it in the evening? I would say do it in your car, but it's kind of hard to drive and be taking time out for yourself because you definitely got to pay attention to the roads and those that are on the road and to people that might be crossing the street, depending on where you are. But maybe when you get home, you can take a moment out and say, you know what? I'm just going to take time out. I'm going to take time out to think through my day just to show some gratitude. Take a moment out for that. Because if you doing it in the evening, you made it through the evening, you made it through the day, shall I say, into the evening, give some thanks. And even if you do it in the morning, give some thanks. Because truly, it's no guarantee how long we're here. But while you here, control the day, give thanks, take time out. Do what you see they do in the sports world. Because let me tell you, if they were playing and playing and playing and playing and never taking time out, look, your favorite team, whoever it is, will not be winning like they winning, okay? Because everybody needs rest. And a lot of times we don't get enough of it because once again, we're busy running. We're doing, as they say, we're lifing, okay? Life is lifing, okay? We need time to take time out for ourselves, and then you'll get to see how good it feels. And if you say, look, I don't have the time to take time out, let me tell you something. You can take time out willingly or unwillingly. What does that mean? That means when your body gets tired of going from here to there and doing this and doing that, and your body say, you know what, time out, I'm done, your body will make you sit down. So guess what? Do it willingly. 5 minutes, 10 minutes. Hey, if you can, take a cool 30. If you can, take more than that. But if you give yourself 5 or 10 minutes just to say, you know what, I'm just going to take a couple of deep breaths, just blow it out and think about some things and how grateful I am to be here. And I'm going to say how grateful I am for anyone that is listening. How grateful I am for every time you show up and every time you like and every time, for those that haven't subscribed, but when you subscribe and those that tell others, I'm grateful. And that's all in taking a moment out. You can do that. You can do that. And here's the thing. You can rechart or chart your life. Maybe it's something that you really want to do. And something that you've been saying for the longest, I'm going to work on this. I'm going to do this. But every time you get ready to work on whatever that project is, you say, man, I don't have time. I'm just busy and I'm tired. Let me tell you something. In sports, they stop the clock, right? The clock really doesn't stop. They stop their clock. But the clock of life keeps on ticking. None of us know how long we have. I always tell people, unlike a loaf of bread, you don't know what your expiration date is. So starting today, live life full. So when that expiration time come for you, you can leave empty. But the only way you can leave empty is that you take time out and figure out what it is that you really should be doing or want to do. Maybe you already know what you desire to do. Take time out, strategize, and make that happen. No, you might can't do it overnight, but you know what? You can start today by taking time out. And maybe you, like me, just want to read a book. And did I read? Yes, I did. I read my book. And guess what? I got another book, and I'm going to read that one too because it truly helped the mind to stay active, right? So take time out, figure out what it is that you want to do, and start to do it. Work on it. But first, remember, you got to take time out and you got to figure it out and you got to be specific. So, once again, if you say you want to lose weight, put a number to it. And if you say you want to write a book, put a date. When are you planning to finish it? And whatever it is, if it's a business, put a date. When are you going to start? Today is always a good day. Don't put off to tomorrow for what you can do today. Well, this has been the episode for today. Yes, take time out. Make it happen. Well, before I go, just want to remind you of the event that's coming up, the Business Mastermind, which will be held on July 12th from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. We'll be in Marietta, Georgia, 2744 Canton Road, Marietta, Georgia, at 45 City Christian Church. That is the venue. So I really look forward to seeing you out in the place on July 12th. I think you will really, really enjoy it. So once again, it is a business mastermind. Come out and check us out. Also, I hope you take the time out to like, share, and subscribe if you haven't already. Once again, thank you for your time. And I hope you have a wonderful, 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 wonderful week. Until next week, hey, don't forget, take time out. Goodbye.